Non-person accounts or service accounts can facilitate the communication between one particular system to another. Oftentimes, due to security configurations, these non-person accounts have an expiration date. If the expiration date is not reallocated or extended out, then the system communicating to it can cause an outage because the communication will not be there, which can lead to business disruptions, manufacturing disruptions, among other things. Now, there is a difficulty tracking these because oftentimes there are lots of different service accounts used. There could be a number of permissions that are required. It could be specific to one system type or another one. And then we all know that the expirations usually happen from one day to the next. So oftentimes the outage will occur in the middle of the night due to the day change, where it then may be impacting for several hours before it is found, and then going back to the issues around the difficulty tracking this particular issue. This will be a demonstration of how Resolve can help assist with non-personnel accounts that are expiring within systems and be able to enable you to have them automatically extended out based on the account type. So this automation can either be executed on a scheduled basis, which would be typical for this use case, or we can run it on demand. So we will go ahead and do that now. We have two different types of systems set up in the environment that are going to house those particular non-personnel accounts. One is Active Directory and one is within another application. And so based on the execution and results of this, we have found that there are two user accounts in this group, one in 30 days and one in 6. There are two accounts in this other system, and the information is generated a bit different, so it doesn't show up as to when they're expiring. However, down at the bottom, I can see that I have created two different change requests, which would represent two of these particular accounts expiring. I'm going to go ahead and click on this particular change request that's going to bring me into my ITSM system that has the information generated by Resolve to create the request to have the account updated to have the expiration set for, in this case, to default to another 30 days. Now, we could have a approved change created that would automatically execute this, and it was all done in the back end. Or as you can see here, we can manually approve it and save it, which will then trigger Resolve to be able to run in the background, and running in the background will then update the change request once we've picked it up. The change request has now been picked up. We can see that the state was very quickly changed from work in progress to close completed, because the set of steps done by the automation between when it marked it that it's picked it up and completed can be done very, very quickly. Also within the change request, we had set the work start and work end, and you can see the automation took all of 4 seconds to complete. And based on those results here, I can see that we have updated this particular account for the automation user, and their new account expiration is on the 10th. It is now the 11th of July, so that is 1 month from today. So we have now automatically extended out that particular service account. So I'm going to go ahead and close this particular change request and open another one. Rather than leveraging the approval process via the ITSM system, I also have a link to the Resolve dashboard. And that will take me back to Resolve, and it can actually show me the process that is done as part of the account unlocking. So we can see that we've captured that particular change request. And on the right, we can see the automation that will be executed as part of doing the actual update to the account. So in this case, you can see it's very easy within Resolve to gather the details of that change request. On the update, that's where we're going to set it to work in progress, and we're going to set the start time. Based on the type of CI or the account location, whether it's in Active Directory or we're actually just using ServiceNow as the application example, we can go through the necessary set of steps to get a new timestamp that is now 30 days from now. We can modify the user and get their information. Similarly, we'll use a different set of commands. Rather than using PowerShell for the Active Directory on the Windows side, we'll use web services for the application, or in this case, the ServiceNow account. So now I can manually carry out this particular process, and as the Resolve automation executes, those set of steps are presented here in our worksheet, or the audit trail, so you can see everything that's done. So if you need to go back and see when an account was last unlocked, when that was performed, all the information about it, we have all of those details stored within the Resolve platform. So I've carried this particular set of updates for the account. Everything is good. And now when we go back, we can see that we've also gone through, done the approval because it was executed from Resolve, and the state is complete. In this case, we actually just have the user's record from the ServiceNow application into the work log here. And again, we can see that I have updated it to be a month from now. And then going back to the process, just to show you what is done on a scheduled basis for the account expiration. Again, a different automation that's going to do two different sets of tasks in parallel. The first one is going through all the members in the group in Active Directory, and the other one is the service accounts within the application. So you can see the set of steps and the information that we get back from the different systems needs to be interpreted and stepped through the automation in different values. Windows will return the actual number of days till it expires, whereas we need to do some time calculations based on the application results. So this was an example of an automation that can then automate your account expiration to be able to determine when they are expiring and then have them auto extended, or as I showed throughout the demo, you can manually put a user in the process to approve it or just to carry out the action within Resolve itself.